Alex Kidd in Miracle World is a bright, colourful platformer for the Sega Master System. The cheerful graphics are complemented by chirpy sound effects, and there's a large world to explore, with your progress charted on a map that pops up between levels, a nice bit of world building that gives your quest some context. Debuting in 1986, it's an excellent advert for the console, and was built into some versions of the hardware. There are plenty of levels, and there's a lot of variety throughout. There are watery levels, airborne levels, and flip-screen castles where things get more puzzly. At the end of each, Alex munches on a well-earned hamburger, or a rice ball, depending on the region of the game you're playing. For a console platformer, it gets pretty tough later on, and it has to be said, it's mostly old game clunky difficulty rather than the carefully crafted challenge found in modern games. Alex has momentum, similar to Mario's, but it's a little heavier, and there are quite a few awkward jumps to pull off, making it more demanding than its Nintendo rival. I won't compare him to Sonic, that would just be cruel. There are also a few awkward puzzles to solve, not terribly difficult, but when you've only got a few lives to figure out the solution to each one, enough to stop you in your tracks for a while. There are also the Chanken dudes. These guys challenge you to games of rock, scissors, paper, a Japanese playground favourite. It's fun the first few times, but gets a little tedious later on. Fortunately, they always make the same choices, so a paper and pen can come in handy if you don't want to get stuck here for too long. To make things a bit easier, there's also a selection of items to buy at shops. There are vehicles to make getting through the levels much easier, and power-ups such as weapons and shields to help you with baddies. Currency for these is scattered around the levels and gives you an excuse to prod and poke at your surroundings in order to flesh out your wallet and help you afford those all-important extras. Overall then, Alex Kidd in Miracle World stands up pretty well by today's standards. It's easy to have a quick go on and not too tough. There's also a surprising amount of variety, and it's generally enjoyable to play. If you're after a bit of 8-bit platforming nostalgia, it's ideal. Alex Kidd is not as good as Mario, but still worth checking out.